Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I have a controversial pitch. My pitch is that we sign a petition to boycott and stop purchasing CompTIA certifications until they stop lobbying against right to repair. CompTIA, in my opinion, has pushed out numerous useless certifications for over 10 years now. Even 10 years ago, one could argue that the information that you learn as a result of studying for and taking the A+ certification will never help you with regards to either building a computer, troubleshooting a computer, or doing anything in an office environment with a Windows system. 99.9% of the things that you will troubleshoot for customers and corporate clients will have nothing to do with what is in the A+ certification. I remember taking the A+ certification about 5 years ago and being asked a question about how many FireWire 400 devices you could daisy chain. Not FireWire 800, FireWire 400, a port that I had not seen on a computer at that point for 8 years. Most of the questions on these certifications are useless. The reason people take the A+ is not because they believe that they're going to learn something about the world of IT or about building computers or any sort of complex systems. They take it because it's typically there as one of the gatekeeper requirements to getting entry-level jobs in certain environments and in government. So you need to have the A+ there, or else the people in HR are just going to go, nope, no job for you. I think it's time that we start to question that, because it's been obvious for many years that the A+ is completely and utterly useless. And people like Eli, the computer guy, have gone into it and can go into it way better than I can. I think we need to draw the line where they're not just being a gatekeeper to the job, but they're actually trying to stop the job from existing. When they lobby against right to repair, what they're doing is they're trying to foster a world whereby companies like Apple and everyone else can make chips that are specific to their motherboard that you cannot buy as a technician. Now, what are you taking the CompTIA A+ or Net Plus or any of these other certifications for? You're hoping to get a job as a technician. They are not just putting barriers in the way that are useless so that you can prove to your employer that you'll be useful by knowing how many FireWire 400 devices you can daisy chain. They're not just being a little troll toll that's just happy to keep collecting passive revenue without having to provide actual value based on branding from 20 years ago. Now they're actually trying to stop people from being able to do their job. And that's where I think we need to draw a line and say, you know what? We're not going to spend money on your certifications anymore. My department is going to lobby HR as much as possible to get any sort of CompTIA certification removed from the hiring process entirely so that we as an industry can move on from these obsolete certifications unless you stop screwing with us. I think that most people involved in IT and also general hardware and tech can look at the CompTIA certifications and in their heart of hearts realize this is not helping to prove that an individual has the knowledge required to be a good technician. These are just there so that you have a little piece of paper that you can then show and say, look, HR person, I'm able to get a job. Look, I know what I'm doing. This cert, I got it. We all know that these certs need to die. We've known for a long period of time that these certs are garbage and they're not actually going to get someone closer to understanding how to do a job or understanding how to properly troubleshoot systems for enterprises or end consumers in the home. This is the catalyst that should be used to get rid of these certifications. This is our chance. If we're not going to do it now, when CompTIA is using their efforts to lobby against an entire industry using fear, uncertainty, and doubt, then when are we going to do it? In Maine, they didn't just send a PR government relations person. They sent a PR government relations person and an attorney. In Washington, they sent someone. In Nebraska, they sent someone. In Boston, they sent someone. They're one of the only lobbying groups that has a 100% perfect attendance record of lobbying against right to repair. If we have a future where I'm not able to fix your product or get data from it because I'm not able to get a chip anymore because the company that makes it won't sell it to me due to an exclusivity agreement with the vendor, you can thank CompTIA for that. If in the future you have an issue with your cell phone where it doesn't have a backlight in the screen and I'm not able to figure out where the little backlight fuse is so that I can replace it and you can use your phone again without buying a new one, you can thank CompTIA for that. The company that wants to lobby every single day to ensure that uncertified people are not able to work on things while simultaneously not providing any certification in that area so that people can learn how to work on things. CompTIA, where's your cell phone micro soldering certification? CompTIA, where is your hard drive data recovery certification? CompTIA, where is your running jumper wires under BGA chips certification? You don't have them, but you have crap like the A+, where you will ask people in the 2010s how many FireWire 400 devices you can daisy chain, and then you have the gall to lobby against right to repair. I have a petition linked in the description down below, and if you think it's time for this to stop, then by all means, sign the petition. And this is something that I'm starting to notice more and more the more I look into this. If you look into this, you'll see, updated, a new lobbying group is fighting right to repair laws. It says CompTIA, CTIA, TechNet, and CTA. Does that sound familiar to you? And they're behind new nonsense trying to convince people that there are privacy and security risks should consumers have right to repair their own devices. The group-sponsored surveyed more than 1,000 Americans was fielded by Zogby and suggests that consumers are wary of the security of smart home and other Internet Things devices. Almost 2/3 of American consumers say that the explosive growth of Internet-connected products is making them more concerned about their privacy and security, according to the organization's survey of 1,015 Americans. A similar share felt that they would not know if an Internet of Things device they owned had been compromised, while 84% told survey takers that they value the security of their data over convenience or speed of service. This is a pile of crap. They've created this cybersecurity FUD operation, as Nathan Proctor would correctly call it, and they're speaking directly against the kind of concepts that Tara Wheeler, an actual cybersecurity expert, talks about. I'm confident that if you're the owner of any one of those Spectrum home security systems or cameras that just got turned off recently because Spectrum decided, sorry, we just don't want to support them anymore, but we're also not going to unlock the firmware so you could use it with any other provider, that you would not answer that way with that survey. These individuals are working together, in my opinion, and showing up at every single hearing to screw with us. Why does CompTIA in 2020 still have a hold on the tech or IT industry? Why is CompTIA relevant? I believe they are relevant because sometime 18 or 22 years ago, they actually produced a document that was worth more than toilet paper. And for some reason, brand recognition and HR departments that don't know technology still just believe that because it was relevant yesterday, it's relevant today. I think it's time for that to end. If you're sick and tired of people showing up at hearings and saying stuff like this, implying that not only should it be that you maybe shouldn't have access to something, but you shouldn't be allowed to work on your personal property.
So I think you have to be careful about which types of repairs that you want to allow just anybody to do.
Sign the petition. Let's take away some of their lobbying power once and for good. One of the things that Nathan also pointed out to me is that CompTIA acquired a lobbying operation called Tech America in 2014. And before they did that, they had no interest in anti-right to repair lobbying. Right after they acquired this company, magically they have people showing up at every hearing. I think it's time to clean out the trash at CompTIA. Help me do this work. It's important. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something.
Good morning, Chair Carlisle and members of the committee. My name is Anna Powell, and I am the Director of State Government Affairs for CompTIA, the Computing Technology Industry Association. On behalf of the more than 2,000 members we represent, I'm here today to respectfully oppose Senate Bill 5799. CompTIA supports the ability of consumers to freely and safely repair their IT devices. However, we do not believe that SB 5799 is sound public policy. This legislation poses serious risks to the safety and security of the growing network of connected electronic products. Allowing unfettered access to anyone to parts, tools, technical manuals, and software to a broad range of electronic products represents real exposure to the safe and genuine repair of consumers' everyday products. It presents troubling unintended consequences, including serious cybersecurity, privacy, and safety risks, mass copyright infringement, and hurdles to innovation. We have heard concerns from the environmental community. Our members value the environment and are proud of the steps they take to keep obsolete and broken devices out of the landfills. They design their products with the expectation that they will receive them back at the end of their life so that they can be recycled or properly disposed of. This leads to a new and innovative uses of technology that allow devices to generate the least amount of e-waste possible. Our members are required to participate in the Washington State Past e-cycle program, and many have created their own robust e-waste programs, allowing citizens to recycle old electronic devices for free. If SB 5799 were to take effect, there's no guarantee that these same devices and parts would be recycled. Finally, no state has enacted legislation like SB 5799. Washington should resist unwarranted intervention in the marketplace with one-size-fits-all mandates that compromise consumer safety and protection and make the proper recycling and disposal of electronic devices less certain. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Questions?